Hi, I'm Lynette, and welcome to another episode of I'm Not Buying It. Although I don't think that title is quite accurate for this particular episode, porque I bought something and I'm gonna buy something else. Okay, if you're new here, this I'm Not Buying It is a series of anti-hauls basically where I sit and talk about all the new makeup releases I'm not going to buy. And why am I not going to buy them? Because I have enough makeup and I need to use what I already own. But every so often makeup gets released and I want to buy it because I'm not perfect. This is a journey, right? I'm doing the best that I can. And it's not that I'm never going to buy any new makeup. It's just that I'm trying to buy very little. Anywho, let me scoot on over here so that I can post some photos. And as always, I'm going to go to Makeup Release Radar, her page on Instagram, and I'm just going to talk about a couple of things. Now, there's a lot. I feel like in June, maybe July, definitely July felt really dry. The early part of August felt really dry. The stuff was not a whole lot was being launched or being sneak peeked, and what was being shown just didn't interest me at all. But now, end of August, we're now into September, things have started to ramp up. So new fall collections are being sneak peeked. Their new launches are coming or have already been launched, and it's a lot. There's some good looking stuff out there. Some tempting things out there. So I want to start off today by showing you what I bought, okay? And then what's got me excited to go and hurry and spend my coins on, all right? So starting with Shroud Cosmetics, they have done another collaboration with Baddie Bean. They did the It's Freaking Bats palette with her a few years ago, a Halloween palette. They're doing another Halloween palette with her, and this time it's the Hallow Bean palette. And this palette, I think, is just so pretty. So pretty. It's got the, I like orange, it's got the warm orange, it's got the grungy yellow, it's got that pop of like lighter lime green. Then you have some really dark shades in there that look so deep that you think they might be black, but they're not. There's a really deep green, and I think that Ghastly, that first shade on the left, is a really deep purple. And then you have what appears to be one duochrome or multi-chrome. It's that purple metallic that looks just really beautiful. These swatches look so beautiful, so rich, and I am all for it. I really enjoy my It's Freaking Bats palette, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy this one. So I went on ahead and I purchased it. And it has not been, it just came out. So as I'm filming this, it only came out yesterday. So it hasn't been shipped yet or anything. And it's not a pre-order. They have it in stock and they're going to ship it. So it's 9 shades, the Hallow Bean palette. It's available now. It is sold out. Although it didn't sell out as quickly as I thought it would, but by mid-afternoon it was sold out. And it's, how much is this palette? It's $42. Now, I think the It's Freaking Bats palette, I think, is $35, and they are still restocking this palette because they said as long as there's a demand for it, they will restock it, and they've been doing that. And I mean, look at this color story. Hello, just grungy gorgeousness. And that is going to be the case with this palette as well. So if you were not able to get it on the launch day, no worries. They're going to continue to restock it until there's no longer a demand for it. But it is $42. I'm telling you, these price increases have got me feeling some type of way. I understand people got hurt during the pandemic, but you can, anywho, Yeah, this is really pretty. I'm really excited. This is fall vibes. I'm into fall makeup. I don't know if I'm into fall weather just yet, but I'm into the fall makeup. I'm ready for the fall makeup and I'm excited about this. So, what else has got me excited? That I'm planning to buy. If I can get my grimy little hands on it, I am going to scoop it up. And it is from Danessa Myricks. Yes, my girl. She's my girl now. She is coming out with a light work palette 4, and it is gorgeous. I'm going to try to look to see if I can find any other, maybe any better photos of it, but there's a lot of videos on it, and I don't know if I'm tech savvy enough to show you video. If I am, I will put it here. If not, I'm going to try to find you a nice photo. But I think this is the most beautiful palette I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. Now, she of course came out with the Lightwork 3 palette, and apparently it was successful. I think at first a lot of people, I mean, it did sell out eventually. It was limited edition. It did sell out. I believe this palette is limited edition also, number 4. It did sell out. And it's just, to see Danessa Myricks, she's an indie brand, but she's like a mainstream indie brand, should I say, or a big time indie brand. Like, she's not like she's in Sephora. You know what I mean? So I feel like her reach, well, maybe her reach isn't on scale with Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona, but I feel like her brand and her quality is on par with those brands. And I think where she stands out and she deviates from Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona is she is willing to go there. And I think maybe that's the indie part. You know, Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath are luxury brands that are really, you know, they're really targeting the mainstream. They're really targeting the majority of consumers who don't want a lot of color, who don't want a lot of splash or glitter or sparkle, or, you know, they want stuff that they can wear to work. They want makeup that they can wear to work, that's not too bold, that's not too out there. And Danessa Myricks is willing to go there. She's willing to go there, and I love it. When she did the Lightwork 3 palette, I remember saying in some video I did about it, or in one of these videos, perhaps even, I remember saying that I hope she does it again. She did come out with the Lightwork 3 Experience, which was a mini palette of the full Lightwork 3 palette. For those people that missed it, you got like a more curated mini palette of that. And I said, I hope she really does this again. And she has. She heard me. And she's done it again. And I am so excited. If you can't tell, I'm so excited. Now, when I first saw it, because I'm trying to be good, and I'm like, I don't use my Lightwork 3 enough. You know, I've got a whole bunch of palettes that I don't use enough, and that was the whole point of starting this series, so that I could talk myself out of buying new stuff and use the stuff I already have. But so when this first came out, when the pictures first dropped, I'm like, oh, I was hemming and hawing because it's full of multi-chromes, right? Like the first one, like the last one. Okay, let me see if I can give you some information on it. So as I go on and on. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's 14 shades, just like the Lightwork 3. And it's 8 velvet chromes, 2 pressed chrome flakes. Now she sells the flakes individuals. She has individual flakes now that she sells. She has 2 glass metallics and 2 aqua chromes. So the aqua chromes are like liquid, or you turn them into liquid. I've just seen the videos and they look they're liquidy. And then you have these chromes which just look so just so the eight velvet chromes are ultra chromatic, color shifting, velvety smooth powders. And then the 2 pressed chrome flakes are her best-selling infinite chrome flakes in a pressed cream ultra metallic multi-tonal formula. So it sounds like the only difference between the infinite flakes, chrome flakes that she now sells individually, these are pressed cream, so they're pressed in a pan for this palette. And then you have 2 glass metallics, which are ultra reflective dazzlers with a glass-like shine. And then you have the 2 aqua chromes, which are water activated, smudge proof, vivid duochrome pigments. And this will retail, all of this luscious multi-chromeness is going to retail for $125, which was the cost of the Lightwork 3 palette, and it's going to be available September 13th on the Danessa website, on Danessa Myricks website, and it's also going to be at Sephora, I believe. I'm not sure if it's going to launch at Sephora on the same day as the Danessa Myricks website or not, but I believe it's also going to be at Sephora. And this is just so exciting, so beautiful. And just like the Lightwork 3, she had a lot of different textures in that. She had cream to powder. She had opalescent, sparkly shadows. The four big ones in the middle. She had the multi-chromes. She had cream. So duochrome creams. So in the same way that had a lot of different formulas in it, this one is also, as I've read, going to have a lot of different formulas in it. And it's really an artistry palette, and it's really like to play, like to really just experiment, to play. And I am just ready. I'm ready for it. I know I've already talked way too much about it, but because I'm super excited. Okay, my battery died, so which is probably a good thing because I'll stop talking about this palette now. I'm not sure where I left off, but I'm just super excited. And I'm ready. I am so ready. And I was talking myself out of this also because these multi-chromes in here, a lot of these shades I probably already have, but I don't even care because just looking at the palette just brings me joy. Just looking at it brings me joy. So I can only imagine what using it will be like. So yeah, September 13th, I need to put that on my calendar as a matter of fact. And I'm going to try to snatch that up. I'm all over that. So yes, I will be buying that. All right, so now let's get into the other stuff. Haus Labs, Lady Gaga's brand. She is now doing, you know, they did the whole rebrand to clean makeup. And now she's coming out with complexion products. And she's got the Triclone Skin Tech Medium Coverage Foundation with fermented Amica. It comes in 51 shades, which I think is great. So the coverage is medium, the finish is natural, the formulation is liquid. It's got all types of ingredients that are supposed to be good for your skin. And it's vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. And the price is going to be $45, and it will be available September 8th at Sephora. So by the time this video comes out, it will probably already have been released. And yeah, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at it. 51 shades. I mean, yeah, go on, Lady Gaga. I won't be buying it. I just, you know, I'm not wearing foundation enough these days to warrant buying more foundation, so I won't be buying it, but I'm not mad at it. Also from Haus Labs, she has some bio blurring talc free loose setting powder in 5 shades, light coverage, natural finish. It's also vegan, gluten free, and cruelty free, and they retail for $38. Also available at Sephora on September 8th, so they may already be available. And I like a good loose powder. and I'm not mad at these shades either, but I have enough loose powders that I don't use. So I'm going to bypass that one, and I'm not buying it. And then from Tom Ford, because I know there's a lot of Tom Ford lovers out there, makeup lovers out there, and I'm not one of them, but Tom is coming out with a new quad and lipsticks and a new fragrance. And I don't have, it is the Rose Prick collection. So there's an eyeshadow quad, there's a satin matte lip color, and it looks like there is also a fragrance to go along with that. Yes, there's a Rose Prick fragrance. And yeah, I don't have any prices, but I'm guessing they're going to be standard Tom Ford prices, right? So a quad, what is it? It used to be $88, $89. Are they $90 now? But I wouldn't know because I don't own any, but yeah, they're pricey. It's going to be pricey, but that's Tom Ford. So I won't be buying it, but let me know in the comments if that's something you're looking forward to. And then from Essence Cosmetics, I wanted to mention Essence Cosmetics because they got a whole thing going on here. Their Villains collection, eyeshadow palettes, blush, lipsticks, mascara, brushes, hand creams, face serums, clay mask. There's an Essence set, and then there's a Catrice set with fixing spray and primer and lashes and a whole thing. They got a whole thing going on. I wanted to mention it because the packaging of the eyeshadow palettes, they like the shapes reminded me of Gucci. Did anyone get Gucci vibes from the packaging? Anyone? Anyone, or is it just me? Anywho, yeah, so they're coming out with a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to buy. And then from Unearthly Cosmetics, they have a new eyeshadow palette, Rudo Rawami, A Mother's Love, is what it translates to, and it's available now, and it's $40. And the palette, just looking at a photo of the palette, it really doesn't interest me at all. Bright colored palette. We are now in September, and I'm just not checking for the bright color stories. But the swatches, I don't know. The swatches though, once they're swatched, look really pretty. Really pretty. The packaging is really on the outside packaging is really pretty too. And yeah, I think the swatches are really beautiful. But yeah, I'm not interested in that. And then from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, they are releasing have they released? Yes, it's available now, a highlighter palette. So they've stepped away from the eyeshadow palettes for a moment to do a highlighter palette. And it is the Noctilucent highlighter palette. It has 6 shades, hollow packaging, and it's inspired by Noctilucent clouds. Okay, not sure if I'm saying that right, probably not. But the palette is really, really beautiful, as are the shades in it. But if I were to purchase this palette, it would be for eyeshadow. I've never been interested in using these types of colors and this type of shine and metallicism. Is that a word? I don't think so. But these types of metallics on my cheeks, on my face, I like to be a little more subtle with my highlighters. So this is not a palette that I would use on my face, but I would certainly use it on my eyes. But yeah, I don't need that for my eyes either. So I'm going to be passing on that, but I think it's really pretty. And then speaking of fall, we have the NBA Cosmetics has revealed a palette that's coming out soon. Do we have a name for it? Yes, it's the Pumpkin Kisses and Autumn Wishes palette, which seems very appropriate for fall. And it's just a warm toned, like oranges and pinks, and you got that one green in there, some warm, really warm browns, and it's a pretty palette. It is a pretty palette. Yeah, I think it's really pretty, very fall appropriate. I like the packaging, I like the color story. I don't have a price for it, but you can get 10% off if you use the code RADAR10. And yeah, it's pretty. I won't be buying it, but it's nice. It is nice. And Clarity Cosmetics, they have a palette that I'm going to talk about because I didn't. I haven't yet. It's a Halloween palette that they released, and it is now sold out. But it is the Apocalypse, right? Apocalypse, yes, it's the Apocalypse palette. So what I liked about this palette, so I did talk about this, right? Did I talk about this? Maybe not. I did see they had sneak peek the packaging for the palette, the front cover, and I was excited. And then when they did the palette reveal, I was less excited. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong. I think the swatches are even more beautiful, but I feel like I've seen this before, and I feel like I've seen it from them before. Their Evil Mermaid palette, I think that's the first one I thought of. It was giving me those types of vibes with these teals in it. You have a gray. So right off the bat, it gave me I've seen this before vibes. And then you have the like purple metallic, which is beautiful. I mean, and this, I don't know if this is this orange to red, if it's a duochrome or a multi-chrome. Yeah, I think there's 3 multi-chromes in the palette. So it's really beautiful. $63 though. But it's because it has multi-chromes in it. $63. It's really gorgeous. But yeah, I don't think I want to pay that much for a palette, and I don't think I want to pay that much for a palette that has that many teals in it, because I feel like I have a lot of that already. I'm looking at my eye look right now. Not on my eyes today, but gorgeous. You know, I don't know. Maybe down the line. I think it's limited. Is it limited edition? It doesn't say. It doesn't say. I think they're trying to decide. I think I saw a post where they were trying to decide if it was going to be limited edition or not. But it's really pretty. Maybe if it sticks around and it goes on sale, it might be something I would consider in the future. Their last release, the Lily palette, I think it was. Lord, so many times I've gone to the website during a sale. So many times I've talked myself out of buying it. Woo! But I have no plans of picking up this palette as of right now, so I won't be buying it. Let me know though, is this a palette you purchased when it was available, or is it on your wish list? And then from Gucci has some more blushes. The Luminous Matte Beauty Blush. A buildable blush for cheeks and eyes. Okay, with a hydrating ultra thin formula. It's got shea butter, hyaluronic acid, black rose oil, 6 shades. Available now at Sephora for $49 each. And you know, I only see one shade that looks like it might work on my skin tone. I don't know, does Gucci do they make complexion products for people my skin tone and deeper? Let me know down below. Do you buy Gucci? Do you know? I don't know. I'm asking for a friend. Let me know in the comments. I won't be purchasing this though. I feel like I got enough blushes, and the one shade that looks like it might work for me, I already have multiple times over in my collection already. So moving right along, Besame Cosmetics, they have a villains collection, and they've collaborated with Disney, and it includes an eyeshadow palette, lipsticks, nail polishes, a necklace, and a ring. Available September 9th, so it may already be available at the time of this video. I don't have any pricing for it, but Besame, they usually do some really nice packaging. But that eyeshadow palette, I don't know, where does it say? It doesn't really say villains to me. Poisons, it's called the eyeshadow palette, I guess. It doesn't say villain to me. But yeah, packaging is pretty, but no. Sugar Drizzle polish. They have, is it sugar? They still go by Sugar Drizzle polish, right? Sugar Drizzle, they released some liquid multi-chrome liners, and they're $13.50 a piece, or you can buy the bundle for $40. I went to the website and I was really tempted. I was really tempted because I do like multi-chrome. I'm wearing a multi-chrome eyeliner, pencil liner right now on my lash line and in my waterline from Danessa Myricks. So I like the multi-chrome liners, and I have multi-chrome liners from Sugar Drizzle. Yes, from Sugar Drizzle already that I also like. They're pencil liners. So yeah, I'm really tempted by these liners because I like multi-chrome and I like liners. I haven't used a liquid multi-chrome. I haven't used a liquid liner in a very long time, but I could see myself, like, you know, maybe doing some graphic liner in the crease with that, of course doing a wing with it. So this is something that I'm not buying right now, but I don't know if they were to maybe perhaps were to go on sale for Black Friday, I might want to pick up one, you know, or two, or the bundle. I'm not sure. I think I have to watch some videos on it first before I would decide. But right now it's a no, but it's a possible in the future. And then I'm going to see if I can find some photos of this Glamonatrix palette, because I'm not sure if I know how to add video but from Instagram to my video here. But they revealed their Glamorous eyeshadow palette, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's 12 shades, 7 mattes, and 5 shimmers. I don't have a price on it, but and I don't think I have it. They say it'll be available in late September, so later on this month. It's really beautiful. It's colorful. You know, I think there's a couple of things that stop me from buying from Glamonatrix. They're in Australia, so it's international, and the shipping is really expensive to the wait time because they are in Australia. And 3, although those metallic shades look absolutely stunning, they have a lot of sparkle. They're very sparkly, and you know, from my mature eyes, I'm really stepping away from really sparkly metallics on my lids because they just play up my texture. And yeah, so for those reasons, I will not be buying this palette, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. I really would like to try their formula. I really would like to try some of their palettes, but yeah, I won't be trying out this one. So it's a no, not buying that one. And then Natasha Denona, right now as I'm filming this is available at Sephora, I believe, for first access, and it is her Dream Collection. So there's an eyeshadow palette, there's a cheek trio that has, what are these? It looks like a blush and 2 highlighters in it, and then there's lip liner and lipstick, and it looks like a liquid lip product, a liquid lipstick. So you know, the cheek trio. Now I have found that her powder products, well, in her eyeshadow palettes anyway, they tend to, some of those, her matte shades tend to appear like her glam palette. They look like they might not show up on my complexion, or they might look ashy, and then they turn out to be deeper than what they appear in the pan. So it's possible that this blush that's in this cheek trio, the one shade looks like that mauve plum shade. You know, it looks like it might show up on my skin tone, because it might show up darker than what it looks like in the pan. But these highlighter shades, you know, they're her dream collection indeed, because I I just don't see either one of those shades working on my skin tone. And the lipstick is pretty. The lip liner, I mean, it's showing up on the model. It's showing up on the model. But let's talk about this this eyeshadow palette. So the Cheek Trio is $48. Oh, and it's her first Cheek Trio. Okay, yeah, not interested in that at all. The lipstick is $27, the nude lip crayon is $24, and the lip gloss is $27. Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that. And then we have the Dream palette. So it is the 15 pan eyeshadow palette, Natasha's favorite eyeshadows in a captivating constellation of shades inspired by the elements of life that illuminate and intensify her creative vision. And this palette retails for $69. So typically this would have been a $65 palette, but as prices have all gone up, this palette is now $69, and it looks to me like a cross between the Glam and the Retro palette. And it's pretty. It's a pretty palette, but it's very plummy, mauvey, and it's just not a color story that speaks to me whatsoever. And she says it's 15 of her favorite eyeshadows. So I'm not sure if these are all brand new shadows or if they are repeats, or if any of them are repeats. Let me know down below in the comments if you know. But either way, I'm not interested. This color story just, you know, just doesn't interest me. And I purchased recently the Dollhouse palette from Blend Bunny, and it's got, you know, it's got a lot of mauve tones in it, and I'm not too sure how often I will be using this palette because of the mauve tones. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, so I don't see myself paying $69 for Natasha Denona mauve tones. So it's a no from me, dog. But let me know in the comments, is this a palette you're planning to pick up? And then I wanted to mention from NYX Cosmetics, they have a whole collection of stuff. I can't remember the last time I bought anything from NYX. It's their Holiday 2022 collection. Is it available? Oh, it's available now. And there's 2 eyeshadow palettes, 6-pan eyeshadow palettes, which I think are really pretty. I'm really digging these 6-pan palettes. In both of the palettes though, 2 of the matte shadows look really similar. So I'm not sure what that will look like on the eye, but the color stories I think are really pretty. I like that they're 6 pans. I like the packaging. And then, so the 2 palettes are $10 a piece. I like the pricing because, you know, NYX for drugstore, they can be quite pricey. It's like they don't know their drugstore. They think they're more high end. And we're all looking at them like, no, you're in the drugstore. You shouldn't cost this much. So I'm not mad at that price. And then you have a Butter Gloss Trio for $10. I'm assuming those are $10 each. And then you have the Milky Gloss Trio for $19. Okay, maybe that's for the trio. All right. So yeah, so the Gloss Trio is $10 and the Milky Gloss Trio is $19. I do have both of those in my collection, both of those formulas in my collection, the Butter Gloss and the Milky Gloss, and I think they're both nice and those colors look really pretty. Then there's the Butter Gloss Vault for $50, the Matte Lipstick Vault for $55, a lip kit for $15. Like, there's a whole lot. And then they do have a 24-day advent calendar for $65. So they have covered the gamut here for holiday. NYX is covering all the bases. And they're pretty. They look really fall appropriate. They're giving really holiday fall vibes. and really pretty. I'm not mad at any of it. I'm also not buying any of it. Woo! And then from Fenty Beauty, she's got some she's got Gloss Bomb Ice, and it's a lip luminizer with an immediate cooling effect, juicy wet look finish, and minty scent. For $24 each. They're available now as I'm filming this at Sephora for early access if you have the Sephora app. And it's one new Gloss Bomb Ice. And it looks like it's very sheer. It looks like it's got a blue like sparkle tint to it. But in the swatches, it's looking real sheer with maybe some sparkle. So I'm not interested in that. I do really enjoy the Gloss Bomb formula, but I'm not interested in that. And then from Ace Beauté, they have a new palette that's sold out, apparently sold out almost as soon as it was launched, which is surprising. Because I guess not, because they had that Tropical Vibes palette that was so popular, it sold out and took forever for them to restock and for me to get my hands on. So this is a limited edition Violet Sage eyeshadow palette. Oh, limited edition? So will they be restocking this? Not sure, since it already sold out. But so I don't even know if I should be talking about it, but it's 10 shades, 7 mattes, 3 shimmers, and I think it's really pretty. I don't know the price of it. I don't have the price. Their stuff is generally like $38.99 or maybe $48, so somewhere within that range probably. And it's a really pretty color story. It has a little too many pinks for my taste. I like those 2 greens. I like the green and the pinks. I like the color story, but it's a little too many pinks for my liking. So not something that drew me in, and good thing too, I guess, because it sold out like hotcakes. And then I wanted to mention Sugarpill. That's a brand I haven't mentioned or purchased from in many years, and they have some new metallic single eyeshadows that they have released, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. I don't have a price on these. They're available now, and I think they're gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, especially that Moonwalk, that like opalescent, iridescent, like blue purple shimmer, I think is gorgeous. And that blue, I think they're all really pretty, really pretty. The Moonwalk one, I could be talked into purchasing that. I do have a custom-made palette from Sugarpill that I got from IMATS 5 years ago, and they do a really nice matte formula. Yeah, I don't think I have any metallics from them. I think or maybe I have one. I think it's an all matte palette that I have. They do a really nice matte formula. But yeah, I won't be purchasing any of those. And then Kaleidos, they have a new release that they've just revealed, and it's going to be available September 14th. So I don't know, it might be available by the time you see this video. And it is their, what is this? It's the Night of Creation collection. So there are 2 eyeshadow quads, $22 a piece. Are the quads, and the quads are pretty. My shucks, my camera shut off again, so I don't know where it stopped. Lord. I was talking about Kaleidos, their new collection. Oh my god, this is a hot mess. I'm gonna stop. This is a hot mess video. I was talking about their new Night of Creation collection. 2 eyeshadow quads, $22 a piece, 6 multi-chrome eyeliners. What is this? $16 a piece, or $79 for the bundle. And the full collection will run you $120, and it will be available on September 14th. It's been a long time since I've purchased anything from Kaleidos, and I don't think I'll be purchasing anything from this collection. But you know, maybe the multi-chrome eyeliners at some point, maybe, perhaps, if they were to go on sale. I don't know. But as of right now, No. And I'm going to wrap up. Oh, okay. Two more items because this video is already too long and it done stopped a couple of times, and so here we go. Two more items from Sonia G. She's got a new jumbo bronzer brush that is going to be released. It's going to be part of the Sky collection, which is the blue handled collection, which is, I think, the most beautiful one. So she's got a jumbo bronzer brush coming soon, and I believe it's going to be $85. I don't know, it doesn't look, this photo, it doesn't look too jumbo to me, because, you know, when I hear the word jumbo, I'm expecting big, and this doesn't look very big to me, but we shall see. And probably once it blooms, once you've used it and washed it, it'll probably fluff up a little bigger. She says it's really big, so we shall see. You know, it would be something I would be interested in, I'm not gonna lie, but I will have to see. And then from another release from Sugar Drizzle, they have revealed their all mattes. It's an all matte palette. I think this might be their first. It's 20 shades. It's a rainbow of purples. And it is going to be available September 17th. And the price will be $41.95. You can get 10% off with the code RADAR10. And they're calling it a pressed pigment palette. So probably a lot of shades you may not be able, they may not be deemed eye safe. And it's a pretty palette, but I don't know. I see quite a few shades. I see a few shades in here that look like once you put them on the eye and blend them, they're probably going to look the same. So I feel like this palette could have been curated into a smaller palette. Instead of 20 shades, maybe 16, maybe 9 even. But 15 or 9 even. But it's pretty, and again, you have that varying shades of purple and blurple and those like green, sea foam green shades in it that make for a really pretty color story, but not something that I am interested in. I'm going to stop here. No, I'm not. I'm going to mention the Pink Crush Cosmetics because I talked about it in my last I'm Not Buying It video, and they did do the reveal of the Origins Unknown palette, and it's 9 shades. It's available now, and yeah, it's grungy. It's definitely grungy, but I was kind of disappointed with the reveal. I'm not interested in this color story at all. So I am not buying that. This is probably a hot mess of a video. If you're still here, I want to thank you for hanging in there with me. Let me know in the comments below, did any of these new releases or new upcoming launches speak to you? Are you excited about any of them? Are you planning to purchase any of them? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you liked this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I do these videos on the regular along with makeup hauls, swatches, tutorials, and reviews. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.